Hi everybody, I'm Anthony Ward with the VGA Pro Tour. We're here at Muirfield Village. This week we're having the 2025 Spring Championship, and tomorrow play gets underway, and we have 18 of the top 20 players from the spring season who are all set, ready to tee off for this event. It's a one-round event, and it will determine the spring champion. Starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time is when the first group tees off, and then we have a bunch of groups teeing off on Thursdays. Heavy hitters. We've got a group at 1 p.m. Pacific, another group, a threesome at 2 p.m. Pacific, another group of two at 5 p.m. Pacific, and then another threesome at 6 p.m. Pacific. So stay tuned for the website as we will post the results of these rounds and see that leaderboard start to shape up. This is the current standings in the league, and this was from the spring season. So you see right there the current top 10 players, and then the tour cutoff was at 20. So all of these players here will retain their Pro Tour cards for the summer season. And then we will add 20 players from the Q school who will also join these. So we'll have those 40 people. Everybody else will play on the D Tour, and we'll talk about the D Tour in another video. So this is what we're looking at. Remember, the championship is for the spring leg of the season. The season will continue throughout the end of the year, and the points will continue to accumulate. So we won't crown an overall Dubby champion for the 2025 season, but we will crown the spring champion. This is the World Cup, so as you guys know, we will be having a World Cup that aligns with the Ryder Cup on the PGA Tour. So we will be having this event. As you can see, it will be Team USA versus the rest of the world. This is the formation. It will be, the first round will be foursomes. It'll be 2v2 scramble. Captains can mix the teams up for the second round, which will be another 2v2 scramble with all four teams. And then we will have the single showdown, which will be match play, and there will be 8 matches, and there will be 8 points awarded. So it's half and half between the scrambles and the match play. So that should be pretty fun to watch that unfold. And other than that, it's similar to how the Ryder Cup is. And we will be holding our event at the TPC Southwind Golf Course. This is the current standing. So right now we have the top 6 from each side, the European team and the world team and the US team. So the top 6 players automatically get their spots, and then the top 2 players get to be captains, and they have captain's picks. So they can pick among any other active VGA Tour players. Have to be active VGA Tour players, and those players have to have played in at least 2 events in either the spring or summer leg of the season. So you can't just go grab somebody off the streets and bring them. They have to be league players, but they will have 2 captain's picks, which will round out the teams at 8. And then keep in mind, this captain spot could change. These 2 captain spots could change depending on who wins this tournament this week. So that's another thing to be watching and see how that unfolds, to see who actually gets this captain spot. And it's not just this week. We won't know who the teams are until toward the end of the summer season, because all of the point totals from the spring season and the summer season will accumulate, and that's when we will determine who these players are, the 6 players that get to automatic lock-in spots, and the top 2 players who are the captains of the team. So right now, this is where we sit, and any of these players that are in the top 3 should be really getting their strategy together as far as who they think that they may try to pick up with their captain's picks, and then, just scout the rest of the league, so that when it all is over and done with and shakes out, you don't have to all of a sudden be like, oh, I better start thinking about it, because these guys up at the top may not stay here if people can get points and pass them up. So just, everybody who's in the top 3, 4, 5, depending on how much movement you make and how much separates you. Please be thinking about what you would be doing for the World Cup team should you get up here and become captain. So everybody should be thinking about that. But this is our preview for the upcoming. We will come in here and give you some reports throughout the week, Thursday and Friday, and then throughout the weekend. The final groups will play on Sunday, so we have a full weekend of golf. And again, this is a Play the Pros event because the PGA Tour is also playing Muirfield Village this week. So that will be another fun. We really like the Play with the Pros events because we can watch them play, hopefully learn some tips, and bring them out there and make our play better out here. So Play with the Pro event this week. See you out there on the course.